morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world, okay? So right now then, what have we got for you today, my little lovelies? Well, let me just begin. So what have I got here? Look at this. Look at all scents, my delicious little babies. Carry your bag there. You know what I mean, my delicious little babies. But inside it, what have we got? Cooking apples. Look at this. Cooking apples, my delicious little babies. Okay? Juggling, 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 juggling. Now, they were actually given to me, okay, from my beautiful dear little neighbour next door, God bless her, and her daughter and son-in-law. Oh, they're such a beautiful little family, all of them. They have an apple tree in their garden. And so what they do is they personally do not like cooking apples, okay? So, you know, they just wanted to give me some, okay? So, I mean, I just thought that was really beautiful. And, of course, you know, my beautiful dear little neighbour, you know, she's ever so sweet, you know. Do you know what I mean? So she shared them out, okay? So, what am I going to be cooking, everybody? Everybody should know. Apple crumble, okay? Now, when I was little and I was growing up, okay, because my beautiful little Nana and Granddad Bear, my little Papa, Nana and Papa, how I love you so, well, they used to grow a lot of fruit, there we are, and vegetables in their garden, in their back garden. And, you know, and when I was little, you know, my dad and my dear little Nana and Granddad, God bless, you know, I was very small. I used to make apple crumble, rhubarb crumble, you know, you can make apple pie, you know, apple and cinnamon pie, that's very nice, okay? So there we are, there's many things you can do with it, do you see what I mean, okay? So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So it, you know, wasn't from what I'd advertised, do you see what I mean, okay? I was not advertising what I would say for the right reasons, okay, my delicious little babies, if you all follow me. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So it was really, really super duper beautiful of her, okay? So I'm always very thankful and grateful for whatever I receive from my beautiful dear little neighbours, you know what I mean? Because they're all so beautiful. And I was listening to Richard Verbs, you know, this morning, okay, and I was also listening to, because, you know, they are lovely, and of course with anybody, not in that way, okay, but they are really lovely, you know what I mean, and our lovely Whitney Webb, okay, so I've also got to advertise her today, okay, so I am going to keep doing this, my delicious little babies, do you say? Because we need to get the word out, but it's absolutely correct, you know. You've got, look, 2 pens. You know, we need to be more with the community, you know what I mean? Which I've known, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, long time, do you know what I mean, okay? There's very few on my road who do not know me. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? It's usually somebody who's just moved in, you know, who's rather new, you know what I mean? But I'm, you know, generally pleasant to everybody. I have no reason not to be, do you know what I mean? For most. So, you know, it's just nice to be pleasant, isn't it, my delicious little babies, do you say? Anyway, so the first, but yeah, really good videos to listen to, my delicious little babies. So the first one, my delicious little babies, this was a really good video, okay, that I listened to yesterday evening. Now, what had happened was I'd already banged my video out, do you see what I mean? So therefore, because at that point I had not watched this video, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So, search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. So anybody who happens to have any form of an interest, okay, my delicious little babies, as you can see, sorry, I forgot to mention the weather. There is some blue sky today. there's a large white, what I would say, not so fluffy clouds, okay, my delicious little babies, and the sun keeps going in and out, okay, but I thought, you know what, because I like to be outside, I've been cleaning, there we are all morning, do you know what I mean, okay, so I thought I'm going to stop off and do my video. So again, once again, search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. Now, you can either type in World Alternative Media, space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Or you can simply type in WAM, WAM, and then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Now then, I do advertise Josh sometimes, my delicious little babies, okay, and he's now up to 37,005 subscribers, my delicious little babies, so the numbers are going up. Do you see what I mean, okay? But of course, like I've said before, you know, when it comes to BitChute, it does take longer to build your numbers than say it would on YouTube, okay? But the video should read mainstream alternative media exposed the derangement of the statist hero worshipping cult. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, my delicious little babies. Mainstream, it's all right, my hair's going all over the place. Mainstream alternative media exposed the derangement of the statist hero worshipping cult. Yes, so this was really interesting because they were all on the video. There was 7, okay, you know, like in little boxes, you know what I mean. And the video is over an hour long. Now, you had Josh on there, you had, what was his name, Derek on there, you had James Corbett, oh gosh, I should have wrote it all down, my delicious babies. Anyway, but it happened to be a really banging video, okay, and what they're talking about is because for a lot of these uploaders, God bless them, they have actually been doing their videos, there we are, for many years. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, and they talk about, you know, the mainstream, you know, the putrid box in the corner of the room, my delicious little babies. And of course, you know, they also talk about some of you know, the alternative media. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But it was a really interesting video to listen to. So my suggestion, only a suggestion, I mean, I cannot make anybody do anything, can I, my delicious little babies, is to please, if you can, you know, please to take a listen to it. Do you see what I mean? Because it's very true. There we are, what they were saying. Do you see? Okay? And I was really interested in listening to that video, my delicious little babies. Now, the final one, so we're going to tick you off. Wham. Okay, now the final one, this is also on BitChute, okay, so there's nothing for YouTube today, okay, although, you know, if you wanted to find some of Whitney Webb's videos, you know, well, there are other uploaders, you know, on YouTube, do you know what I mean, okay, but this one here, I've not long finished listening to, okay, I would say about 2 hours ago. There we are, I do not need to stumble there, my delicious little babies. 2 hours ago, okay. Now, this uploader happens to have 7,654 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Now, I'm going to tick them off now and close my book. Well, I'm going to have to close it in a minute when I've said. Anyway, my delicious little babies, I do advertise this one as well, okay, because they're very good as well, okay, my delicious little babies. So, search engine of your choice, understanding, space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Sorry, understanding, space, the, space, Laz, then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the video should read, okay, really interesting video. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, my delicious little babies, and it should read, and it's not long been uploaded on BitChute. Neil Oliver interviews Whitney Webb. It's us versus them. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that for you again. Okay, shall I? Neil Oliver interviews Whitney Webb. It's us versus them. Okay, my delicious little baby. So now I'm going to close my book. Yes, really, really interesting video, and Neil Oliver was very happy, you know, to have our lovely little Whitney on, okay, because, you know, she even said in one part, God bless her, you know, she said she feels like a stuck record, do you know what I mean? Because it's like she, you know, needs to keep repeating herself constantly. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, myself, I've felt like that. And of course, you know, there'd be other uploaders like our lovely David Icke, you know what I mean? Because you're constantly doing your best to get information out. Do you see what I mean? Okay. And of course, our lovely little Whitney, she was talking as well about, you know, that communities should, you know, be together. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, to help one another. Do you see what I mean? And of course, you know, with friends, family and everything. Do you see what I mean? Okay. And of course, she breaks it all down. Now, there'll be some uploaders out there, they already know this, okay? They already know our lovely Whitney Webb, okay? But there will be some other dear ones, you know, God bless, who do not know who this dear woman is. But, you know, she breaks everything down, okay? So, you know, and she talks about, you know, and of course, if there's anybody out there and it's to do with Bitcoin or anything like that now, then she discusses that as well, okay? But she talks about many things now, you know, and really what she's saying is that, you know, ones need to really, there we are, start to take things seriously. And I could not agree more. Do you see what I mean, okay? But what you're finding is that, you know, because it's such a lot of information to take in, okay, because it is, okay, because when you feel, I suppose, for some who are in the process right now of waking up, okay, you know, things can seem rather frightening, they can seem rather daunting, but we really, there we are, need to get a handle on this. Do you see what I mean, okay? Because the last thing that anybody wants, and I have mentioned on other videos of mine over the months, is, you know, like a completely digital system, there we are, where they lock you in. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? We are not a wanting, we are not a liking that. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And of course, little Whitney, of course, you know, which of course we've all been talking about, other uploaders have over the months as well. You know, where they want us to eat bugs, but, you know, they want to, we know who in the little lackeys, you know, that they want to live in full and plenty, shall we say? Do you see what I mean? Well, of course, nobody, I do not feel, in the right mind would really want to do that, my delicious little babies, do you say? That's why we need to keep, you know, as well, the cash flowing and everything else. Do you see what I mean, okay? Because if, you know, if they felt that they could genuinely pull this off, shall we say, okay, then they wouldn't be pushing things now, so there we are, quickly, okay? Now, I could see it, and other uploaders, there we are, can see it also. Do you see what I mean, okay? This is why they're speeding things up, and this is, of course, why, you know, you've got everything going on over here, everything going on over there. Do you see what I mean, okay? So we've really got to be, there we are, on the ball here, my delicious little babies, okay? We do not want, I'm going to repeat it again, We do not want 15-minute cities. We are not a liking. We are not a wanting. Certainly not. Now, changing the subject, but yes, two brilliant videos to listen to today, my delicious little baby, should anybody happen to have any interest. But this is, there we are. I cannot explain this enough. This is extremely, there we are, serious. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay. So we've got to keep our eyes on the ball now then. So let's change the subject. So I was talking to a taxi driver yesterday, and he happened to ask me, he said, well, what do you think of the riots? And I said, well, you know, I'm not laughing about it. There's nothing funny about this one bit, actually. But of course, we know who causes things now, don't we, my delicious little babies? He said, yes, you know, in our Brummy land, you know, what's going on. Now, you know, because they're saying to, you know, to some, you know, not to travel in a certain area. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay. Of course, from where I live, you know, that's I know exactly where it is. Do you see what I mean? Okay. And of course, you know, in my younger days, you know what I mean, you could, you know, walk down any of those roads. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm pretty sure that you can do it now. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. But apparently, yeah, it's, you know, but I had a really good convo with a taxi driver, not in that way, not in that way. I had a really good conversation with him. And he said to me, he said, you're right. He said, I totally agree. He said to myself, he said, I totally agree. He said, with everything what you're saying. Do you say? Because I said to him, I said, look, I said, we're having a conversation at the moment, aren't we? He said, yes. And I said, so we're not looking at other areas. We're simply, simple things, having a conversation. He said, well, yes. Do you say? So, you know, and he totally agreed with everything I said, where I said, well, there's no need for any of this. Do you say? Okay. But like I've just said, you know, but there's others who, it seems, do not want us to live in peace, love and harmony, do they? Do you see what I mean? Because as far as I'm concerned, you know, and I'll repeat once again, nobody really, hand on heart, would genuinely want to just live each and every day arguing with others, do you know what I mean, and living in trouble and strife, because nobody wants to do that. Do you say? Okay. But as I always say, you know, situations that we are caused. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you say? Okay. And then of course, you know, it sets everything else off. You know, it's like it just goes up like a bottle of pop. You know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so that's all that I want to say today. We can only hope that, please God, and thank you, that everything calms down. Okay, my delicious little babies? But this is, you know, the state of what's going on in our world at the moment, okay? And of course, you know, you're going to have in other countries other problems. Oh, that's something else I just want to tell you. If you used to please and thank you, type into search engine of your choice again, my delicious little babies, Sanity 4, okay, Sweden, okay, so it's the number and the words together, Sanity 4 Sweden, then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Well, sometimes I do advertise Sanity for Sweden. God bless him. He is funny the way he explains things. Of course, you know, like I said, not in that way, but he is really amusing. It's the way he comes out with things now. Do you see what I mean? But oh yeah, the latest is my delicious little babies, and I heard that this morning as well. Is that well, there's not a lot now who want to live in Sweden. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I feel that they're beginning not to like Sweden. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So What do we feel is changing? There we are here then. My delicious little babies, do you say? So, seems that some are having a shuffle, aren't they? My delicious little babies, do you say? So, when I actually look at what is going on in the world right now, my delicious little babies, right? I see it as, it's very interesting. And the reason why I say that is because, do you know, I've just got losing their grip. There we are. Losing their grip. I've just got. There we are. Do you see? Okay. So, I mean, Sweden's been in a difficult time, you know, for a while now. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And, well, you know, it's not very nice to have to live the way some have been living, very sadly. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Oh, and then I've seen another video. I forgot to tell you about this one over the days now. What was that to do? It's only about 30 seconds long, and it was like in a train station, you know, one of these underground things, and there's a German woman being harassed by others, shall we say, and everybody else was just stood there we are at the platform doing nothing about it. My delicious little babies, can you see? You know, well, as far as I'm concerned, life should never be like that, should it? My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? Okay. So that's all, you know, that I have to say today, my delicious little babies. And yeah, the wind's just blowing a gale. As soon as I come off the my video to you all, my delicious little babies, I shall just throw my hair back. Okay, my delicious little babies. So that's everything that I wanted to say today. So again, you know, these are not really long videos, okay, that I'm doing at the moment, okay. Occasionally I'll probably do a longer video, but not very often these days, okay. And I am on Telegram as well, so you know, I can be you know, found on Telegram. Sorry, Mia Tarot Virgo. Okay, so you know, I can be found on there as well, my delicious little babies. You'll find me one way or another anyway. Okay, so I upload other videos onto there as well, you know, for anybody so kind enough to take a look at. Okay, but of course, you know, nobody has to subscribe, you know, can just you know, have a look. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, and yes, so that is all for today, my delicious little babies. Okay, so wherever you are in the world, have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life. Okay, my delicious little babies. So very, 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 very true. Okay, life is very precious, yes, but it's all about helping each other. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay, you know, and working together, there we are, is what I feel, instead of being divided all of the time. Do you see what I mean? That's really not good for any of us, okay, because nobody wants that. Like I said, you know, everybody needs somebody to talk to, you know what I mean. Nobody can solely go through their life without talking to anybody, because it would drive you absolutely crackers. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Thank you for any likes and any views, okay, my delicious little babies, and God bless you all, okay. And yes, and may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected, sending each and every one of you peace, love, harmony and bright blessings. And just to let you know, I put up a little video last night, and it was to do with my beautiful little Barney the fox, but I haven't seen my beautiful little Barney the fox. It seems that another little fox comes, okay. I think she's a little girl anyway, but there's a point to what I was saying. Now, I've recently had my path all cleaned, you know, leading down, and my slabs out the back, you know, cost me like 100, there we are, and 10 quid. Do you see what I mean? Okay, you know, just so it looked lovely and fresh. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, my delicious little babies, but what happened to these? You get the little slugs, And well, as you will know, little slugs, and they seem to go along the wall, bricks seem to go along the wall, okay, because they're looking for food as well, when I put the meal out for our little babies. But I did actually see one of my beautiful little Barney's family come, okay, because I can always tell, because they've got that particular little family always has a little bit of white on the end of their tail, okay, because there's different types of little foxes. And so there's a point, there we are, to that video that I was doing, my delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? And if you look with slugs, what they tend to do, they leave a trail, and the trail, it looks like a silver, doesn't it? Or it looks like a, but there was a reason for what I was doing, you know what I mean, like Silkwood and all that, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, do you say? So there's a point to what I was doing, but I thought, oh no, I'll just try and get and my beautiful little foxes, just to show you, you see. But they were munching on their chicken last night, do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. Anyway, so that's the end of my video, my delicious little babies. So much love, okay, to each and every one of you, okay? God bless. Ta-ta.